Here we are looking at the Aussie CAD daily chart. We're looking at it overall in an uptrend in this position. What we're going to focus on now are reversal bar formations. And reversal bar formations give us entry and exit signals within a trending marketplace. Here we can see we have three seller bars moving down against the overall market direction. So we have our phase 1 that moves up and our phase 2 that moves down. It's this red, red, red seller, seller, seller bar formation followed by a buyer bar that gives us our reversal bar formation. Remember, a reversal bar formation takes place over 4 bars, 3 of one colour followed by 1 of the next. Now, bearing in mind this is an upward trending market, we're looking for reasons to get long in this marketplace. And it's this seller, 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 buyer bar that shows us the shift from sellers to buyers. And of course, that's with the overall market direction. As a result, we would generate a buy signal after this blue bar completes, this buyer bar completes. So we have seller, 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 buyer bar, and once this bar completes, if the price continues to go up, then we get long at that marketplace. What that means is, on this Aussie CAD daily chart, when this blue bar here then closed, we look to buy off of the high of the buyer bar. That means placing an order above the high of this buyer bar, so that if price does go up, we get to benefit from the upward movement. And our stop loss would go underneath this swing low, which is the lowest low of the last 3 bars. Therefore, this arrow represents our entry signal, and we then have buyer bar, buyer bar, buyer bar, buyer bar, seller bar, and of course it's this 1, 2, 3, 4 bar formation that then gives us our exit signal for a profit. So we would have entered the marketplace above the high of this blue bar, which of course is a buyer bar, placed our stop loss underneath this swing low, and then we follow the reversal bar formation, and we then get the exit signal which occurs after buyer, 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 seller, and this therefore gives us our exit signal, which generates our profit. And our profit on this trade is represented from there to there. We have another example of an upward trend reversal bar formation just here. We have again the upward trend. We have seller bar, seller bar, seller bar, followed by the buyer bar. Therefore, we have our 4 bar formation, seller, 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 buyer, which then gives us our entry signal into the marketplace. Again, we would look to get long off of the high of the buyer bar, and our stop loss goes at the swing low, which in this case happens to be the low of this bar. And again, buyer bar, buyer bar, buyer bar, buyer bar, buyer bar, seller bar. This then gives us our exit signal, which generates a trade that makes a tiny profit. Nothing to speak of, but still a small amount of profit. Now, once this upward trend then ends, we can now see that we have ourselves a downward trending market, whereby we see buyer bar, buyer bar, buyer bar, seller bar. So we've got the phase 1 moving down and the phase 2 pulling back up again. And we can see that it's this reversal bar formation that goes buyer, 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 seller, which then gives us our sell signal here. And of course we then see that that sell signal moves down further and further back into that phase 1. And it's this seller, 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 buyer bar down here that then gives us our exit from the trade and generates our profit. And the profit on that trade runs from this first seller bar through to this buyer bar. So we can see for ourselves, these reversal bar formations give us great entry signals and exit signals. Again, the entry signal followed by the exit signal, and again, the entry signal followed by the exit signal. There's actually one that's in play right now. Again, we're in that downward trend, and we see that buyer bar, buyer bar, buyer bar, seller bar. Therefore, when price broke the low of that bar, we were looking to get short. And remember, our stop loss goes at the swing high up here, so you'd still be in the trade, expecting price to move to the downside. Even if it does not, we can still see that we've generated 3 winning trades, one of some size, and if this did work out to be a losing trade, 3 winners followed by a loser, I think most people will agree is an acceptable success rate. Especially when some of your winners are generating 87 pips and 262 pips, then we can afford to lose 80 pips if it goes wrong. But again, it's that 3-bar pullback followed by that change from sellers to buyers, or from buyers to sellers, which gives us the reversal bar formation.